name is Anna. I'm the host of Creative Morning Berlin. Today we have Sonja Kreft. She's a media curator and creative director of the Naturkunde Museum in Berlin. I hope to enjoy the talk.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. So we are all up very early this morning. So I got up at 6. This is super early for me. And I take a seat. I'm sorry for that, but I'm pregnant and I don't want to bounce to the ground. So, thank you all for getting up that early. As Anna already said, I'm Sonja. I'm a communication designer. It's also important. Creative director and media curator at the Museum für Naturkunde, more or less down the street here. And today I want to talk a little bit about design, science, museums, and the people, and dinosaurs too. So, about crossroads. So, Anna just said it, the topic of this month is crossroads, and so I try to figure out my crossroads, my personal. And there are, of course, there are a lot, but 3 of them are important for today. This is first my passion. I want to tell you a little bit about my passion. The second is the people that surround me every day. So a few of them sit there. This is why I look over there. And the projects we do together. So first on my passion. So the blank page. Back in university, this is where the thing with the passion starts. As I said, I studied communication design. And as soon as I had to think about what I would do for my degrees, for my, back then it was a diploma at university. I tried to figure out what could I do with the newly received superpower. For me, design is a superpower. And I think if you have superpowers, then with great power comes great responsibility. So I tried to figure out what to do with what I just gained as a superpower. So and after thinking and thinking, I decided to recreate the most boring and most annoying thing that I was confronted with in my past. So this was school books. For me, it always was a pain. School was a bit of a pain because of school books also, and so I tried to make it better. I don't show a slide on that because this is a pretty old project. It's 15 years old. I would do anything in a different way, but one thing stays for me, and this is the idea of the project, which was learning by accident. I just show you one page. So I try to simplify things and make things more clear. And try to attract people and make it fun to look at things. This was the idea of this project back then. And this is what guides me until today. So, this said. From there, after finishing the project, I went to a wonderful startup here in Berlin called Bettermarks. They work on, it's a platform for learning mathematics online. And after 2 years there, I changed to this wonderful place, Natural History Museum here in Berlin. So there are working around 400 people. I don't know if this is known well, so it's a pretty huge place. We have a lot of scientists, biologists, but also carpenters and designers like me. And what you see here in front of the museum right now, this is our target group. Maybe some people think that natural history museums are more for kids or something, so we aim for the people around here, sitting here. So then the people that surround me every day. This is the team I work in, so the exhibition team of the museum. We are around 15 people with also very different expertises, from preparators to designers, as I said, biologists, and people that are very good in talking to other people. And all of us, we are very, very hands-on. We like to create things, do it together, and yeah, create projects really. And this is maybe a little bit of a special thing. Not everything has, not every museum has their own exhibition team, which is able to really create things from right from scratch to the finishing point. And this is what we do, and we are really proud of that because it's pretty special. So now I want to show you a few projects. The first project that I want to show you is on Macaws. It's a little back in time when we did that. And this maybe closes the circle. I don't know if you can say that in English, but I do it. So it closes the circle to the diploma project I just presented to you. Because we always try to make things very simple when we try to communicate with our audience. So in this case, the exhibition is on macaws, on aras. Aras or macaws only live in South America. So in the background of this poster, you see the map of South America. And so yeah, the exhibition basically worked a little bit street artsy, so there's this tag down there. So, and then inside the exhibition it looked like that, and from a different perspective, so more pictures will come. And there, a little background story. Right before we started working on this exhibition, we had the chance to go to Bogota, to Colombia, to collaborate with a museum over there. And we were super impressed by the vibrance and the colorfulness and brightness of street art, basically, in Bogota. And this was a little bit of an inspiration for the colorfulness we tried to bring into this macaw exhibition. And as you can see, there are different colors in the exhibition, and we clustered the topics of the exhibition after colors. So here's a little insight into how exhibition building also can look. So of course we do a lot of things digital, right? We have 3D programs where everything is made up in, but sometimes it's also pretty helpful to get your hands on things and push them around before you set it up in reality. So, and from a different perspective, this exhibition looked like this. So you can see it changed. If you walk through it, this was pretty interesting. And everything, this is also maybe interesting, everything in this exhibition was painted by ourselves. And also we put posters on there, so all the information weren't on plates or something, but on posters that we put in the exhibition. And just in case you're wondering why there's a pig hanging in a macaw exhibition, it's because we wanted to make up the Zusammenhang, the connection, yeah, thank you, between us here in Germany eating meat, in this case pig meat, and the loss of habitat for macaws in South America, because yeah, the soy production happens over there, and the soy gets shipped over here, and the pigs in Germany eat the soy, and we eat the pigs. So there's a relation because of us. So next project I want to show you, here's the dinosaur I promised. Maybe some of you know that we have a T-Rex at the museum. This one is pretty special because it's completely black. This is because of the ground it was found in. And yeah, what you see here is the key visual of this exhibition. And the idea behind that, if you dig out a dinosaur, it's not like us. If we die sometime, someone we will be in one piece. But yeah, when you find a dinosaur, when you find fossils after 600 million years, Is it right? More or less. So after quite, 36, whatever, 60, you know, after a long time. So if you find those dinosaurs, I'm not a biologist, so if you find them, it's not that they are in one piece, but they are in many pieces, and they're spread all over the place. And this was a little bit of the idea of the design then for the exhibition. We fragmented almost everything, also the typeface. And the cover of the exhibition was just a piece of the skull of the animal. So you see here two teeth. So, and yeah, this project also was a little bit about procrastination, not because we wanted to, but the object, as soon as we knew that we could get this dinosaur, it was also pretty clear that it would take a while to get it to Germany, because when we knew that we would get it, they still were in the process of digging it out and preparing it in America. Yeah, and the first thing we got was the skull of the dinosaur. It came, and we thought, okay, let's do the contents for the exhibition, and it still was time, so we started producing a book. And because then there was still time, we thought we put those books into concrete, so that the people that buy the books could like dig them out, or in this case, just drop it on the floor, and yeah. So this was this idea. Final thing, the exhibition looked like that. As I said in the beginning, the idea was fragmentation, and also the pedestal of this exhibit was like fragmented, and all the information were inside those fragments, and you could like light them up and things like that. And this picture actually was taken like 10 seconds before we opened the show, and 15 seconds before we opened the show, it looked like that. This is our blacksmith back then, who was mounting the skull at the skeleton, because really it was super, super tight in timing. It was crazy, this project. So, and then, COVID came. The T-Rex went to Copenhagen for 2 years, and COVID came. In this direction, was more or less in this direction, and after COVID it came back. And the T-Rex also brought some friends that you can see here. We gave the exhibition a little facelift, because of course the pedestal had to grow. And if you like to, you're absolutely invited to come over to see it, because it's still there. Yeah, and from there on, this is also another crossroad for me. Until this point, everything we did was more or less analog, I would say, until COVID. We did a lot of print campaigns, and also in the exhibition we had, of course, we always had also media things, but we had also a lot of printed things. But from this COVID thing marks a little breaking point, I would say. And the first project after COVID was called Digitize. It was pretty fitting for us. It was on mass digitization of one of our biggest collections, which is the insect collection. So therefore, an external company came and worked together with our scientists and produced this mass digitization street, which you can see here. And we, the exhibition team, built basically an exhibition around that to explain to our visitors what is done on this exhibition street. So we wanted to open up and make transparent how science and scientific processes work. And we did a lot of stories here. It's super media. There was happening a lot in this room. It was like Mediengeballer, würde man sagen. I'd say, I don't know what that would be in English. But so a lot of flashing lights and everything moving. A few impressions. And this was also cool because So I'm a bit proud of that. We got a red dot for that best of the best, which was pretty cool for us. And those things are actually really important for us because we get evaluated every 7 years, and those things, so it's necessary for us to show to peers that, yeah, it's necessary to see that peers also like what we do. This Digitize project is also the first project in our so-called Zukunftsplan, future plan. We got a little back in time, we got big funding for the museum to reconstruct the complete museum because it's in very bad condition. I will show you in a minute. And so there's, on the one hand, is the Zukunftsplan, as I said, and within that, we had this project called Zugvögel. This is the key visual, why it looks like that, I will tell you in a minute. So, as I said, we have the building is super huge, and just a part of it is accessible to visitors. This is more or less because a lot of rooms look like this one. If you look under the ceiling, it's in pretty bad conditions. And in this room was the bird collection stored. And because this room now gets renovated, we had to move out all the birds. So we put the birds into boxes and decided that we wanted to display them for the first time to our visitors. So this is the process of building up all the birds. So as you can see, some of the boxes have fronts that are open and you can look in there, others are closed. And this is why the typeface that we had before looks like a box. So to make this connection, we always try to make connections between design choices and necessities. So, and this also was a project of the first times, I would say. This also was the first time that we really invited visitors before we opened the show, let them in and asked them for their thoughts and opinions on certain topics. And this is for this special exhibition, we did it content-wise, and in the future we also plan to do it for design decisions. So, like typefaces or maybe user tests and stuff like that. So this will be an integral part of the future plan ideas that we have. So, and that means that the output of this exhibition is really created together with our visitors, which is, for us, it feels really good, and the exhibition is quite nice. If you want to see it, it's still there. So, and this also marks the end of my presentation. I want to thank you for listening to me, and just want to say, let's use our superpowers for something good.